As a part of my consulting practice, I do business valuations. Now, yesterday came an interesting case study for me where I was valuing a client's business and I realized a great amount of the reach and the customers that they do get for their e-commerce platform are through their Instagram page. So here comes the question of, while there are traditional ways of valuing businesses, taking into account the sales, the earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, looking at future projections for the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on the industry, coming up with multiples and coming to a business valuation. However, in these digital aged businesses, there may also have to be considered the value of an intangible asset, such as a social media profile, in this case being an Instagram profile. What we were trying to establish through the case study was how much of the value of the business is actually driven or locked in the Instagram account of this enterprise. So here comes the question about how do you value an Instagram profile? Now, there's no cookie cutter set formula that you can put on it, but of course there's an approach which helps you determine or tend to a particular value, which could be fairly realistic, at least financially making sense. So I went around speaking with a few brand consultants, including good friend Angelique Reiner and a bunch of people from ISB. So my findings are such. Essentially, the ratios or the data you need to collect while valuing your Instagram profile are the number of followers, of course, and the engaged audience. So the engaged audience really varies depending on the total number of followers that you have. There is research available on the internet, freely available to people, where they've analyzed over 1 million Instagram profiles and figured out that with a follower count of somewhere around 1000 followers, the engagement rate is roughly 8%. As the follower count increases and goes beyond 1 lakh followers, the engagement rate may actually drop to near about 2% or slightly lower than that. So for your study, on an average, you could take an engagement rate of about 6%. This is of an organic reach of followers, which does not include fake followers that one has acquired by paying money to get them. So that would be your engagement rate. Then you look at what is the average ticket price that you have on sale through your Instagram profile, and what is the conversion rate of your engagement audience to people who actually buy that product. This would give you an estimate of how much sales in a year or a particular period your Instagram profile as a channel is bringing to your business. There could of course be several other factors into the play while valuing this, such as looking at how many of your engaged audiences are influencers themselves. So that would really boost your reach. If your engagement rate is higher than the normal industry benchmark or ballpark figures available for profiles with your kind of follower count, of course there may be some kind of premium attached to it. If your conversion rate is higher, that would anyway drive up the value because it's a mathematical formula that you put in place. You may also want to take into consideration, say, other ratios which could help improve your engaged audience score, such as likes to comment ratio and bunch of other metrics that are easily available on certain websites that give you metrics on your Instagram profiles based on publicly available information. So that's a great exercise. I'm also looking forward to doing a talk either through a webinar or through an Instagram live with a few friends on how to value intangible social media profiles. I will keep you posted on the same. In the meantime, you could do your homework and figure out, yes, what are we trying to figure out? Impressions, retention rate, and how much of it converts to actual sales. So impressions, retention rate, and actual sale, which is your influence value. This would help you determine what is the monetary value of your social media account.